Hey everyone, welcome back to the new video. Hope you all are doing well. And in this video, we are gonna be hacking into a dating application. So this is actually a CTF challenge, and the name of this challenge is Find. And I found it really interesting, thought maybe we should explore it in the new video. So that's why we're gonna look into it. We're gonna explore through the techniques of hacking so you can learn something as well, and it's gonna be really fun. So let's jump into it. Okay, so this is the CTF I'm talking about. You can find it on TryHackMe called Find. So it came around Valentine, but I'm a bit late, but yeah, here we are. So starting off the machine, and it's gonna show us the IP address in some seconds. So let's check out this note. There's this new dating app called Find that just popped up out of nowhere. I heard the creator only learned to code this year. Surely this must be web coded. Can you exploit it? You can access it over here. Okay, so that's interesting. And okay, 32 seconds to go. Let's go to Burp Suite meanwhile it's starting, and let's go to targets, and we're gonna add the scope over here once we get the IP. Also, make sure that you're connected to TryHackMe network using the OpenVPN. As you can see, I'm connected to TryHackMe and I can disconnect it, but yeah, I need it over here to be able to check out the target and test it. We can see the IP address now over here, so let's just copy it, and now I'm gonna add it here in scope. HTTP and then IP and then port 5000, because the port was 5000, we saw it in the note. Keep that in mind. And now I'm gonna open up Burp browser. Okay, so I'm gonna paste that IP. As you can see, it's gonna show me error because it exists on 5000 ports. So yeah, here we are, and this is how the application looks like. Join the most exclusive offline dating community. Okay, so we have two options, login and sign up. Let's click on sign up, and we have classic username and password. So let's type in username Medusa and a simple password. Register. Okay, so after registering, we'll get... Okay, so we're not seeing any request. That is weird. Let's put it side by side. Okay, it shouldn't be like this, so I'm just gonna copy it and add it in normal scope, not advanced. And okay, and we should be able to see the request now. Yeah, here we go. So now we are supposed to complete the profile by adding additional details. And just I'm gonna fill this with whatever values that I used earlier, so it's using my registered value from before. Where can your match send flowers? I don't know, at my doorstep. That would be weird. Let's say at my doorstep. About me. Hacker. Okay, I'm gonna be looking in the HTTP history as well, so finish profile and start dating. Okay, so we have post request over here that is sent when we completed the form, and we got 302 found, and we got a cookie as well. Great. And now we can see a few profiles over here, potential matches near me. And we can like it or we can see their profile. So we're gonna focus on all the functionalities here. So first we have profile. So when you click on profile, we can see that a get request happens in the background. Yeah, this one actually, profile, and then the name of the user, that is Casanova_official. So that's the name of the username. And this is our cookie, and we are seeing a response. It's just basically HTML and CSS. Okay, and then we have some about me, just here for the free chocolate. Whatever. Okay, so we have profile theme, and let's click on modern dark. looks good. And we saw a few requests going in the background as well when we click on more than dark API fetch layout and name of the theme _ classic. And this was the one that we selected, theme _ modern.html, then it's fetching it for us. Okay, let's go back and let's see what kind of request we get when you click on like someone. Like, okay, we have a post request and like, and then 2. Why it's 2? That's weird. Let me click on it again. Okay, 2. It's probably the user ID, I think. Yeah, that's a weird user ID, but yeah, that's what it is. I thought that's the number of likes, but it cannot be 2 because the number of likes in this case is actually 6. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, we don't see more here. Let's go to my profile. And there's no feature to upload a picture, but we would have checked that if there was. And then we have changes that we can make here. So let's click on save changes. I just want to see, just exploring the application before hacking into it. So we got my profile post, and then again we were able to send a post request with the new changes, and then we got this response. Okay, so whatever we do, we are getting 302 redirect, and it's redirect us to some particular path, in this case my profile, but most of the time it is my dashboard actually, because if you go back, if you click on like, you can see we have like 1 because this is user ID 1, and again we are redirected 302 found, but this time we are redirected to dashboard. So whenever you like someone, you're gonna get redirected to dashboard, or whenever you open profile, or okay, we have another option, send Valentine. We forgot to click on this one. Okay, so now let's click on send Valentine. What we got? Let's do it again. Profile and then like. I don't see any unique request here. Is it like sending the same request for both liking or sending a Valentine? It seems like it. Yeah, I think it's using the same endpoint for both of the functionalities. You already like this person, don't be desperate. What the heck? I'm not desperate, I'm just desperate to hack into it. Anyways, so far we have explored few functionalities. There isn't much in this case, but we got the idea what's going on in the background. Now we have to analyze the response. I'm gonna look into the paid source, what we have in paid source. So we got some CSS, and we got a few features, and we got something interesting. We can see in the script that this is commented out. So what is this? Vulnerability layout parameter allows local file inclusion. Crazy. Fetch API fetch layout and name of the layout. Okay. So we already looked into that feature. We saw that. This over here. Yeah, this one. So let me send this request to repeater and let me maximize my burp. When you send this request, we get this response, which looks pretty normal. But it says that it is vulnerable to local file inclusion. To test for that, let me input the most basic payload. // etc password. Oops. Okay, so what we're doing, we're trying to fetch the file or read etc password file. Okay, and we are trying to go back in the directory first, and then we are trying to read the file. This is the most basic LFI payload. And yeah, it works. We are able to see the file, and let's go down. We can see we have a user. You can see the user ID is 1000. When the user ID is 1000, it's usually the user who is using that particular system. Actually, if you look at your user ID, you will see 1000. That's basically the first user that is created when you are using Linux. So in this case, the name of the user is Ubuntu. Actually, let me show you something so it will make more sense. Over here, if I open up my, okay, let's go cat etc password file. As you can see, this is my etc password file, and let me go for the user ID 1000. 1000, where is it? Yeah, here it is. You can see it says Medusa because this is my username. This is literally the first user when I logged into this system. I created another user after this called Serpent, and this user ID was assigned with 1002, but it's always gonna be 1000 for the first user, so keep that in mind whenever you're performing LFI. So now we know the name of the user is Ubuntu. So how we can do more stuff here? Okay, now let's do something interesting. Let's remove this, okay? We're gonna get error, I think. Yeah, we did. Error loading theme layout is a directory, and we got the full path over here, basically where all the templates and the programming files of this particular application is being loaded from to serve on this website. So the path is opt, val and find, templates, and component. So val and find is the directory, and inside val and find we have templates, and inside templates we have components, and I guess that's where it was fetching those layout files from to show or to display us those CSS files. Okay, so this actually is really useful. Errors are really useful to us because through this we can determine where our other files are present. For example, if you want to see files like the main file that is serving this application, it's always like app.py or main.py. So we can try to, read into those files as well. So let's copy it, opt Valentine, and I'm going to paste it over here. And then I'm gonna say main.py. I'm just checking in if there is some file called main.py. Okay, we are getting error, no such file or directory. Let's try app.py. We are trying py because it's a Python file, and we can see that over here it says Python in the server header response, if you were wondering why. Okay, so yeah, that's why it's important to analyze what kind of technologies the application is using so you can try these kind of things. Okay, we are getting 200. Okay, means app.py exists. And damn, we can see the whole file. Okay, so we have import multiple libraries, and then we have admin API key, Cupid master key 2024, XOXO. Damn. Database cupid.db, name of the database, and then let's scroll down. This is crazy. User ID. Okay, we got some file paths. We already saw this was the complete profile when we submitted our details and registered into the application. And then we have the post method values we saw in the body. Okay, another one, my profile to fetch my own details. And then you can see the queries here as well that is being used to interact with the database. Okay, we have dashboard. I'm just trying to read all the RORs that are available, so maybe we can find a ROR that we don't see in the application but does exist, because this does happen. Like, not just like this. If you're exploring an application, you can also look into the JavaScript file and you will definitely come across some endpoints that are not being used actively, like in the UI, but does exist. I've come across that a lot. Okay, so we can see the API fetch layout as well. And the like one, user ID, as I said, it has to be user ID. That was correct. And then we log out. Okay, API admin export DB. So this endpoint is for admins. And now we can see it as well. So if the auth header contains admin API key, it's going to do what? Returned send file database. Okay, Valentine leak.db. So if the admin sends a request to this particular endpoint with the API key, they will be able to download the whole database or see the whole database. And that's crazy because we know what's the API key. We just saw it right in the start of this file over here. Okay, so now it's time to send the request to this particular endpoint. So I'm going to copy first this Cupid. No, let's first go down to copy the path. The path was API admin export DB. So I'm going to copy it. First, I need a fresh request over here, and then I'm going to paste it over here. Because it's a get request, right? Yeah. It's a get request and then auth header. So the name of this header is xValentine token. We're gonna copy it and we're gonna just paste it here, colon, and then we're gonna provide the value, which is the API key we saw over here. So Cupid master key. Great. Let's copy, paste it. Just paste it. Well, now let's send the request. Let's I think this header should be over here. Cancel and send the request again. Yeah, can be stupid sometimes. Okay, we got the response, and yeah, we see a whole bunch of data in uneven format, but we can download it if you send this request in the browser by setting up a header using the extension. I don't know what's the extension called where you can set headers. I don't know, man. You can check it out. So yeah, we can see that's my name, and that's my password, and that's my email, and we can see, okay, that's the flag, and that's the user ID of admin. Whoa. So basically we can see other users that are available as well. If we can see the username, and I don't know, it's the password or the email. It's so weird, man. It's like everything combined together. But yeah, I think it will make much more sense if we just download this file. But because we need this flag, I'm going to copy it from here. In real life, actually, when you're pen testing or bug hunting or researching, if you were able to see this particular file, not even this particular file, if you were just able to read the etc password file, that's it, dude. That's it. You found something crazy. You just gotta report it right over there. You cannot make changes, otherwise it could be not very ethical. But yeah, we were able to exploit into the database, see the email ID and passwords of all the users, and that's crazy. So let's go and submit the flag over here. Great. Okay, that's great. I wasn't expecting that whole flashy thing. But yeah, great, we did it. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's been a while I covered the CTF challenge, that's why I thought to make this video, and I had fun too. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.